Good morning, everyone. Today, Lisa and I are getting away from the city and we're going on a countryside tour of the neighboring areas around Amsterdam. We booked this tour at about 7 o'clock last night, so it's a little spontaneous of us, which really this whole trip has been sort of a spontaneous trip for us. Usually, we plan our trips a couple months in advance and have an idea of some things we want to do. This trip overall, we really just got our flights and Airbnbs booked about a month ago. We still did a little bit of research on things that we wanted to do, and by we, I mean Lisa. She definitely did a lot more planning than I did. But we're going to be meeting up with this tour group this morning at near a cafe across the main river here. As you can see, it's a bit of a foggy day today. Hopefully, we can still get some really nice picturesque scenes. We're going to be going to Zaanse Schans, which is a popular area for seeing some windmills, and then a couple other small little towns that has like a cheese factory, and you can make some wooden shoes, and just sort of checking out some smaller, less seen sites here in the Amsterdam area. So we'll catch you guys as we get started with our tour today. Good evening, everybody. Lisa and I are back here in downtown Amsterdam. We made it safe and sound from our tour with Philip that we booked through Airbnb late last night. The tour was a lot of fun. We got to see a lot of really interesting and different sites that were a little, I guess, sort of off the beaten path. I know a lot of people do go to some of the areas we went to, but we got to get some of that insider access. To kick things off, Philip drove us to a couple of towns a little northeast of Amsterdam.
Then we went to the cheese factory where we ate a lot of cheese and Chris put on clogs.
Yeah, it was actually really cool watching them. They actually made sort of a pair of clogs like right on the spot because they just have the dyes and the machines ready to go. It was really interesting. We bought some cheese because apparently it's good for a year in its casing without any refrigeration or anything either, so we should be good to bring that back. So yeah, then we just drove through a couple of other small little towns, got some more pictures.
Then we went to not Zaanse Schans, because that's not what it is. It was Zaanse Schans. Schans.
Yeah, we have no idea how to pronounce it.
Sound in there.
But it's a really popular place to go if you're visiting Amsterdam because it's where a lot of the windmills are. So we got to see a couple of working windmills. But this is where it really got interesting because our tour guide was able to get us into some of the different windmills. We got to see a couple of different sawmills where they use the windmill power to basically drive the saws and cut lumber. We saw one that was used for spices, but apparently it's not really being used anymore. But it was really cool because we got that sort of insider access into the mill and into the different.
We climbed into the attic of a windmill.
Oh.
That's what he's trying to say.
Yeah, it was really awesome.
Up a ladder that was very tiny and very dangerous on a platform that had no border. A platform that had no border. We could have just fallen off, Mom. It was like. They said, "Watch out," and that was the OSHA regulation.
That's true. Yeah, that was it was quite interesting. And then he drove us back here to Amsterdam, so Lisa and I are going to basically just be wandering around the city a little bit before heading back to our Airbnb. We got some herring, which is a specialty here in Amsterdam, or maybe is it a Dutch specialty, or?
I'm not Wikipedia.
But yeah, we're just going to tour around the city a little bit tonight. We'll probably find some more food one more time before turning in for the night, but we're just going to wander around, get some pictures and videos, and then tomorrow morning, Lisa and I are going to be taking a train to...
We ate an apple pie today.
That's too true. We went to a little cafe in Zaanse Schans. It was awesome. It was really good. The apple pie was so good. All right, so we'll see you guys probably either back at our Airbnb tonight or we'll see you tomorrow.
We saw farmers protesting.
We did.
Chris leaves out all the important bits.
All right.
We saw some sheep.
And a cat. Oh, the cat!
I didn't hold the cat.
We saw a really cute sawmill cat that we just wanted to take home with us. And we also saw a cute beagle that we also wanted to take home with us.
It was pretty cute.
All right, so we'll see you guys either back at our Airbnb tonight. Otherwise, we'll see you early tomorrow morning when Lisa and I head off to The Hague. So Lisa and I are resting up here in our Airbnb getting ready to go to a very fancy French restaurant that we got a reservation for. We'll see you guys there. Oh my God, guys, I am so full right now. So Lisa, who's back here, Lisa and I are walking back to our Airbnb right now. We just enjoyed a delicious dinner at a restaurant called De Belhamel. It's a French restaurant that is located off of one of the canals here in Amsterdam. And let me tell you, the food was really delicious. It was also quite filling. So it's an upscale restaurant, and back home that means it's gonna be expensive and the portion sizes are gonna be pretty small, but but it's a little bit different here because for my meal, I got 2 appetizers, an entree of a delicious steak, and a dessert, and it was all under a fixed menu, and the total cost for that whole course was 45 euros, so about $50 or so, which is completely reasonable for the amount of food that we got, which the serving sizes were humongous. Lisa and I couldn't finish some of our dishes, and all of the food was delicious. The restaurant was beautiful. Again, it's located right off of the canals in Amsterdam, and it's just a perfect spot. It was a perfect place for a date. And I really enjoyed myself, but now we're slowly making our way back to our Airbnb where we're going to call it in for the night because early tomorrow morning, Lisa and I are going to wake up in order to catch a train to The Hague. So thank you guys so much for watching this episode, and we'll catch you guys tomorrow at The Hague. Tot ziens! Lisa here says she has a quick story to tell also. So
my mom asked, of the trinkets in our house, what do I want? And I said I want the little Dutch shoes. She says, I gave those to Goodwill. Well, Mom, suck it, Goodwill. I got them back.